channel. This is my channel and my फर्स्टली व्लॉग वीडियो। आज भाई वीडियो को लाइक करें और चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करें, शेयर करें, बेल आइकन को स्किप ना करें ताकि आप लोगों को हर नई वीडियोस हमारा पहुंच जाएगा। हम भाई मैं अपनी रूम में बैठ रहा हूँ, नए वीडियोस को बना रहा हूँ। उम्मीद करता हूँ आप लोगों को हमारा वीडियो ज़रूर अच्छी लगेगी। अगर अच्छा लगा हो वीडियो कारी सलीम वीडियो को लाइक करना और चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करना। स्पेशल वीडियो भाई कारी के फरमाइश पर बना रहा हूँ। ओके, कारी व्लॉग को लाइक करो और सब्सक्राइब करो, चैनल को शेयर करो और बेल आइकन को नहीं दबाओ ताकि आप लोगों को हर नए वीडियोस कारी के नाम की चैनल से पहुंच जाएगी। थैंक यू सो मच। ओके, कारी के नाम से भाई चैनल है, सिर्फ सपोर्ट करने की ज़रूरत है, जो आप सब दोस्त ज़रूर सपोर्ट करें। ओके, और कारी भाई को लाइक करें। ओके, कारी बनून रहो भाई वीडियो स्टार्ट करा। कारी बनून रहो शुरू करा। कारी तोड़ा शतीदा सा बनून मने लाग दे। कारी जान बनून में तो शुरू करा होता वो तवे मच उस कारी लाग स्टार्ट सीधा चैनल सर भाई सपोर्ट के और लाइक और सब्सक्राइब है और शेयर के और बेल आइकन स्किप ना के सीधा बाकी इस तरह वीडियो सपोर्ट देना मैंने ना शुक्रिया। रेजोनेंस पसिंग में भी RLC सीरीज की पयो सर्किट की AC सर्किट की RLC सीरीज पर AC सर्किट के जोड़े इंडक्टर्स दी, कैपेसिटर्स दी और रेजोनेंस रजिस्टर दी, RFD करंट दी। There are impedance and reactance is given by the equations Z R square plus XL minus XC and capacitors, resistors, and inductance. That will allow the issue. When the frequency is very small, the capacity or reactance is large. Now, when the frequency is very large, the inductance or reactance is large and XLZ. But when the when the frequency is very large, the inductio reactance is large and XL inductance and Z then. But when the inductio reactance XL is equal to the capacity reactance capacity reactance and inductance reactance, capacitance reactance and inductance and capacitance is zero. The circuit power factor is unity. RLC series circuit is said to be a resonance. What is the frequency? كما جمعت the frequency ده نوعية which it أكركيجي is called resonant frequency. It series resonance. The inductance day and capacitance day 2 pi FRL 1 over 2 pi FRC. Resonant frequency FR 1 over 2 pi LSC. The large resistance day or the small resistance day. What if I small resistance day كده جاهي أكروه دير رضا تقطع ده. أو كم يجي resistance day واحد ده يكروه دير ولا ده ولا شيء resistance day. Resistance تاج ما يتابع شيء كمخالفات راضي resistance. قالتك بس أربع دارك ولي ولا بيجي قالتك تراينا خبلا مومنت صغيرة موشن نشي كولي هنا برا نشي تستا كرويش كم ده بولا بيها معها large distance التسمان distance resonance كرويش شوكي. It is clear that increasing either the inductance or the capacitance causes the resonant frequency or decreases. كان جتويش ذو غالم that clear خبره ده جتويش ده increase كم inductance the capacitance inductance increase कम नुकास की वसो resonant frequency वसी की स्टार decrease की तेरे वस्ता खास दार है सब resonant frequency directly की decreases बोले कि para given value कि कम आता है inductance अगर and capacitance अगर there is only one resonant frequency that at so resonant frequency the current is maximum and impedance of circuit is minimum ZR. The magnitude of the current कि कम दे is a function of frequency. अगर इस plotted is the resonance curve अगर इस plotted ना in the resonance curve के singa to which show that the current I start to at never to zero to reach the maximum value at the resonant frequency and then drop again to nearly zero as it becomes infinity. The large resonance by the small resonance for RLC series is the circuit ما أوقات singa بسيطة. This is an AC circuit containing reactive element come L inductance come capacitance is said to be the resonance which when the circuit power factor is unity. The circuit come power factor they are unity ده. हम खाओ बड़ी resonance AC circuit की मौजूद भी बड़ी RLC series की. This is also called the RLC series in AC circuits. उस principle series the metal detectors RL series or powers loss RS series power loss RLC series and power loss उस राधी चीज़ों principal metal and detectors कर चीज़ों metal detect कुछ ये सूसुली सिंग बड़े detect की गई metal principal वैसी a coil and capacitor दे are electrical components थी सही है वाला coil और capacitor वाला electrical components थी together can produce oscillation of current together terminal the produce की so oscillation of current मतलब oscillation of current produce की. Now in LC series चिकम दे circuit अगर behave की just like a oscillating mass spring system which in this case energy चिकम दा oscillate की between the capacitor and inductors. The circuit is called an electrical oscillators which two such oscillator A and B use की for the operation of common type of so metal detectors. Now, in the absence of any nearby metal object, the inductance La and Lb. This is called the principle of so metal detectors. The metal detector is a principle. هذه أغا أصول شو मतलब principle بكدارة so the metal detector سيدا the metal detector principle شو سيدا no La and Lb. The oscillation circuit A. The additional circuit for the oscillator A. The additional circuit for the oscillator B. That's the oscillator circuit B. وده beat frequency amplifier ده speaker ده metal detector like metal سيجي detect ده ممكن called so really this is also called so principle the metal detector ده principle ده هو metal single detect كده single metal detector comes near a piece of metal जो टुकड़ा तरह वाला metal which is self inductance of one of its coil changing coil with change का. This causes a shift in the resonant frequency of the circuit containing the coil. That shift is detected by the circuitry and transmitted to the driver by means of the headphones. Headphones को लगा होता है डायरेक्ट मेटल डिटेक्ट की किसी का तो हेडफोन लगो बंग गाना तालते आन करते गाना तान की ताई हेडफोन लगी तो वो क्यों बंगार की किसी आज तो कॉल लिसन द मेटल डिटेक्टर्स ता मेटल डिटेक्टर्स दे नो coil ले कैपेसिटर वाला electrical component which together and produce so oscillations of current. No re kari support के हमारा कारी जबर के यार बतरी डाई का क्या एक आदमी पूरे शिवशी रहने होता मोनोटाइज की जबरदस्त इंसान है यार. नो उस राधी मैक्सवेल इक्वेशन सी मैक्सवेल इक्वेशन we already studied the Gauss law, Faraday's law and Ampere's law. तब दादरी वाली स्टडी की दायोरी कोलंबी चैप्टर के रागले हुआ दायोरी पद्रीन चैप्टर के रागले हुआ दायोरी पसलरोम चैप्टर के रागले जेम्स सी क्लर्क मैक्सवेल cut is Navasi unified this experiment law into a set of equations known as the Maxwell equations. These equations predict the existence of electromagnetic wave. The electromagnetic wave is existence come वजूद दे and that such wave are radiated by accelerating charges. देखिए कि कम wave दी अगर radiate की the accelerating charge दे the Maxwell equations are a set of equations that describe कि how electric and magnetic fields Visumra electric field and magnetic field propagate kigi and trick kigi and how they are influenced by object money. Now consider a situation where a bar magnet lagide moving key toward the conducting loop now. Now what is the north pole down show? Kalasi north pole kalasi down show. No and show in figure that show kichi by Faraday's law changing magnetic flux induces an induced EMF and loop. Induced EMF पैदा के दो कैसे कि पदी loops के. ده changing flux دي وده times دي وده EMF دي وده طول أفراس الشروط وده induced EMF وشو فدي varying the magnetic field strength كي كلا وتمون سوكو magnetic field كوتو أو بار magnet فتمون change وده المكسبيل غا equation دي एकदम فدي كي EMF سشو produce شو No this which let a unit path to your charge complete one circular trip no the loop of radius come there the work done will be work or direct done should No W 2 pi R F or 2 pi R. An electric field is induced to drive the current around the loop. And charge on the loop experiences the electric force. No W divided by Q 2 pi R Q E Q and 2 pi R E. No dayo pakai sa show da pakai show da pakai EMF show 2 pi R E show. EMF work done divided by the charge is called so EMF. Kisum na work done mungo oko charge jaw show da kita is called so EMF really. Kita EMF really. Now pairing equations tool we get 2 pi r e a no delta v and delta t e a and 2 pi r delta v delta t. That will make Maxwell equations. Then we get we know RLC series and S the RLC series written in S circuit. Oh, then about the maximum power will maximum power normal principle of metal detector issue. उस राधी ची मैक्सवेल इक्वेशन सो द मैक्सवेल दा खबर की कम मैग्नेटिक फील्ड इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड तास लगावे पयो मैग्नेट्स माने दी तो जो सुन ना लगावे कल इतने मैग्नेट्स प्रोते होते दी कोइल्स चेंज केरा बार मैग्नेट दी के वही तास ईएमएफ इंड्यूस की The equation that show that the changing the magnetic flux gives rise the electric fields. Experiment have shown that the electric field produced by the changing magnetic field is present even if the conducting loop is absent. Number two, analogous to changing the magnetic flux. It is found that changing the electric flux gives rise to magnetic field. In order to arrive at this statement later, capacitor be connected to a battery be arranged in figure. Current start growing and the current circuit but very quickly decreases to zero. When the capacitor is fully charged, an electric field is established between the plates of the capacitor. The charge on an air-filled capacitor of capacitance plate check on the area. A1 plate check on the separation E, D, and potential difference is given. We divide by D and E. Suppose the capacitor is now connected to an alternating EMF source. It is observed that the current flow continuously in the circuits. In this case, the electric field between the plates of the capacitor change with the time. We saw in former case the current stop, while in later case current flow and continues. The reason for this continuity is change in the electric field. It was first conceived by Maxwell that the changing in the electric field is the cause of current and the capacitor. We have where I is the current and QE is the electric flux. The electric flux is the current. Third, the area A. Show the changing electric flux equivalent to a current. This type of current which is due to the changing the electric flux is called displacement current, while a current due to the flow of charges is called conductance current. According to Ampere law, each type of current produces magnetic field around itself. Using Ampere's law, putting the value of current from equations. We have thus show that the changing electric field create the magnetic fields. Munga change raw stop electric field ki or पैदा को magnetic field lang da shoki. Changing the electric field create the magnetic field. Which in turn create the electric field and electromagnetic and disturbance wave is generated. The fundamental requirement for the generation of the electromagnetic waves is in the electric charges. Is in the city electric charges. With changing our velocity by acceleration state. Since it will create changing electric flux, the velocity up and the velocity oscillating charges. It moves to improve to and fro. A long wire is always changing. A wire was changing. Light is a type of the electromagnetic waves. Light have a type of electromagnetic waves. Maxwell predicted theoretically the velocity of electromagnetic wave is a free space in given is. Individual light your electromagnetic wave changing the electric field out of the magnetic field. Balla the show of currents money barman. Maxwell ordered carbon capacitor is no connected no alternating EMF source bagar capacitor पैदा के दो. So what you want to change in the दागा को इसका मतलब bar magnets equal the magnetic field launch and equal the current पैदा. उदाहरण Maxwell equation to adina maximum powers मस्के explain for metals principal metal detectors to मस्के series mixing. उस रादिसो के वो बच्चे नंबर दे Maxwell पासे the electromagnetic waves. So what is the electromagnetic waves? Electromagnetic waves is the electrocardiogram to ECG electromagnetic waves told those explain koma. Electromagnetic radiation such as infrared, ultraviolet, etc. Infrared the ultraviolet that will مختلف قسم radiation دي electromagnetic radiation issue. Different from each other due to their properties. That is property that will مختلفة. But they have some features in common, such as the electric field and magnetic field. There it can be distributed in terms of the electromagnetic field, and they will travel toward the vacuum with the same speed in speed of light. electromagnetic waves مختلف قسم دي ultraviolet دي infrared دي طول مختلف قسم electromagnetic radiation دي different due to so properties. Same features so electric field as the magnetic fields they. Therefore, it can be described in terms of the electric and magnetic field and they will travel toward the vacuum with the same speed same speed traveling vacuum speed of light دا ویولنټومیټر شو، frequency شو او temperature شو د bodies چې emit کیږي تار نه ویولنت electromagnetic spectrum جوړ. No, fundamentally these radiation but see that different be only and wavelength na the frequency na the name give in them to show variously regions chicken the Maxwell equations or maximum power show or Maxwell equation pakirave or maximum powers pakirave or the abena the Maxwell equation show او maximum power شو او د هغې نه علاوه چې کوم مخکې ووي maximum او metal detector principle شو او دا شان بیا زه وپسې که نه RLC series ویریز شو. اوس دی دا هغه ټول پارټس دي د electromagnetic waves دا هغه waves دي چې infrared filter مختلف قسمه ریز دي electric هم وي magnetic هم وي speed of light same speed of light په vacuum کې دي so light speed of light سره مقابله کې سیم سپیډ وي په vacuum کې. بای چینل کوم خوښ وي لایک کې سبسکرایب کې او شیر کې ټولو ډیره مننه. thank you so much.